Hello everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. I wanted to review today one of my very favorite books so far from the month of October. I'm going to get right into it. It is called Eat the Frog by Tracy. I think this book is really good. I gave it like a 4.5, a 4.75 star, and this video won't be that long, but I want to just briefly tell you about it. Tracy actually has a YouTube channel. He's been on YouTube for a long time. It's called the Tracy Experience, and he does a podcast. I've actually listened to several of his podcasts, and he's usually has his kids on there with him. Sounds like he has 2 sons and 2 daughters. Really smart family, and they're all very good humans. And I have to say, it's the first book I've read, but I really enjoyed it. But Eat the Frog, I'm going to sum it up, is basically, and you could be an entrepreneur to enjoy this book, but you don't have to be. Anything from this book you can use in your own life. It's basically about motivation and productivity, okay? And he gives you like 21 tips in the book, and it's all about goal setting, staying motivated. Of course, he's an early riser. I know a lot of people say early risers, like, hey, the early riser catches the worm. I don't know if I think night owls can be successful too, but it does seem like many of the people that are successful are ones that tend to get up earlier and go to bed by 10 o'clock. I don't know. Are you guys night owls or are you early risers? I tend to be a night owl, but it's weird. When I went back to visit my father in Arizona, he goes to bed about 10 and gets up at 6, and I just did the same thing, and it wasn't difficult for me too because I fell right in there. So you kind of have to do with what everyone else is doing in the house if you live in a small house. But if I was by myself, I think I would go to bed earlier and get up earlier. I think I might like that better for me. But anyway, I don't think I'd get up at 5 though. Let me know if any of you are in the 5 a.m. club. So I thought the book was really good because it was entertaining and fun. Tracy's in his early 80s, and he just has a really good, fun personality where he's very engaging, he's entertaining, he's interesting, he's kind-hearted, and so, basically he's very relatable. That's what I like about him. He's very relatable. But Eat the Frog is basically about, okay, you've got a task you really don't want to do. Well, then guess what? When you get up in the morning, you're going to have that task be the first thing. Now, obviously, I'm not really an entrepreneur, but I would say this. If you have a task you don't really want to do, like I'm going to give you an example, kind of off topic of the book, but if you don't mind me saying, there are some things that we need to do, a project we need to tackle, and it's something that's going to take a long time. It's not something you can do in 30 minutes. So, like, I'll give you an example of something I'm doing. One of the things that I haven't updated lately in a long time is our will and contact information. So if something were to happen to me, what bosses does my husband need to contact, work related, to say, hey, I'm sorry, Dawn passed last night unexpectedly. Wanted to let you know, blah, blah, blah. And here are the friends you need to call. Also have all of your bills written out with account numbers, so that they can contact them right away. All of that kind of stuff, so that it makes it nice and easy and makes it a lot simpler for that person to deal with. So that's kind of what I was thinking about, because a lot of times we don't want to do all that. So now what I'm doing is once a week, what I'm doing, actually I think, what day is that? I think that's on Friday that I do that. Oops, it's today. Anyway, I'm supposed to just take, even if it's just 5 minutes, if you have 5 minutes every Friday, write out something, work on it just a little bit, even if you do it 5 minutes a week. And if you do something like that and keep up with it and you're consistent and you schedule it out, I think it works out good. So if that might be a little tip for you guys, if there's something you're avoiding doing, I don't know what it is, we'll say it's paperwork, maybe schedule a day for it each week and just do 10 minutes. And if you do that weekly for 10 minutes a week, that's going to add up, and it'll eventually, whatever you're doing will eventually get done. But anyway, he's basically all about goal setting, productivity tips, and not putting off what you need to be doing. Like if there's something you need to do, just do it. And if you're really not motivated, do it for 5 minutes, things like that. So I really like him. Let me know if you've heard of Tracy. Do you guys like self-help books? If you like self-help books, or motivational type books, productivity books. What are some of your favorites? I would say this would be one of my favorites, and also Atomic Habits. That's all I have to say for now. Love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.